In this video, I'm going to cover the 19.5 highlights for Dazzle, aka student information. So one of the first things I want to show you that's in 19.5, you go into the Analytics Hub, there are a couple of changes in here. First one is there is a new search box up at the top where you could search for a report. Another new feature is now when there are new reports, they will show a new icon on the folder. So like if I look in eligibility, there are end of course remediation report that's new, and these NCAA report worksheets that are new, and the new icon will stay for 30 days. So this also means that the NCAA flags on the course record have been added to the Analytics Hub so you can get that data out in reports. They've updated the report descriptions also. And finally, so we've always had the option to choose our favorites. And right now I have 5 favorites, and you click your favorite by doing the star. So if I add my 5th favorite, it gives me a message that now I have 5 out of 5, and it's not going to let me select anymore. Notice I have no stars to choose from. If I take that off, then I get the stars back. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is the absence intervention letters have been updated. So they now have medical absence bookmarks. Most of you won't even need to edit your existing letters because those bookmarks that we have been using no longer include medical absences. If you do need to tweak your own letters, there's a handy dandy video out on the Dazzle portal page down in the document section that is a step-by-step on editing the attendance letters, and it's up at the top of the list. Next thing, having to do with absences, I'm going to go ahead and go to the school absence page, and I'm on our play environment using a scrambled district. But now there is a new column here where you can see who's last modified these attendance records. So that's a nice change. You can see who last entered or touched the attendance record. If I jump to the absence intervention page, there is a new button. Actually, it was there in the last release, print thresholds. And if you click that, it's just going to open a new tab and give you a brief report of every threshold this student has hit this school year. So you could print this out, attach it to their absence intervention letter. That would be one idea of how to use that. Okay, next thing, let's talk about grad points. I type grad points in the cheater. 2 significant changes with grad points. If I jump to the grad points summary page, now when you click on one of these subject areas, there is a new column here, EMA subject area for credit. So it'll tell you English, it'll tell you SCO, SCA, because before we used to have to go into the course history and look at that column to see what the EMA subject area for credit was. The next thing with grad points, if I go back to this breadcrumb and I go to the exemptions, all the new seals have been added. Keep in mind that ODE has not released official seals to print on transcripts for these. So all these new seals do not have a seal to print on the transcript. Once ODE releases those, and if they do, State Support and Software Answers are prepared to add those to the transcript formatters. There will be more grad points work coming in a future release where you'll be able to mark which of these seals the student is attempting. Again, that's coming in a future release. Right now, you just see the seals. They're not going to print on the transcripts. They're not going to print anywhere. This page, you can just mark which seals. Okay, next, let's talk briefly about assessments. One of the things added in this 19.5 release is now you'll be able to take the assessment file from ODEX and import that into student information. So on the assessment import page, the same place that you import all the other test files, there is now an option in that dropdown to select the ODEX file. So that's a nifty little add-on that we have. Then finally, the last thing that I'm going to show you, I jump back to this student in context, and I'm going to go to their assessment page. The industry credential, there's several updates to that. So I'm going to just click this add, and many assessment areas entered, and then required test type. This field was also updated. So again, these are the changes, high-level highlights of 19.5. If you have any questions about any functionality you see here, please send us a ticket, or we'll be sending the release notes out to you, and they'll be available, and they're always available here when you click on the question mark once we get the release installed. So when you click on this question mark, it takes you to the documentation, and the 19.5 release notes will be added in here once we have this release installed. Thanks, everyone.